YouTube, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're gonna do a few tower runs and I'm gonna talk about builds and the combination of elements here. Please check out the timestamps in the description below if you want to see how all these different setups work. So how do elementals work? Any two elementals can mix, and the order in which you apply them doesn't matter. So you can cast fire first and then ice, or decay first and then fire. It doesn't matter. So what do the elemental combinations actually do? Fire and ice will cause damaging explosions. Fire and lightning will cause stronger lightning bolts. Fire and decay will cause stronger decay ticks. Lightning and ice will have less minimal delay between the lightning bursts. So when you usually shoot an electrified enemy, it will emit lightning bolts once every second. And the combination between lightning and ice will reduce that delay. Lightning with decay will make lightning bursts with every decay tick. So it will just emit more lightning bursts. And if you combine ice with decay, the decay duration does count down until the enemy is unfrozen. So let's jump right in. The first combination that we're going to talk about, and is maybe one of my favorite combinations right now in the game, is with the new weapon Rodweaver, which applies decay. Then we combine it with fire elemental. So we have decay and fire elemental. And to accomplish that, we are also using Burning Stake as well as Blight Cyst. Blight Cyst is amazing. It has an AoE effect and it will shatter the enemies into pieces, believe me. And because of the absolute overkill that you are gonna do with the combination of Blight Cyst and Burning Stake, as well as the explosions from Hangfire, we are gonna combine it as well with Blood of Banshee. And Blood of Banshee will cause the victims to explode if you overkill them. So you will apply a lot of fire damage and a lot of decay damage, and it will just shatter the waves. The gameplay that I'm going to show you is a little bit bad, but that is on my side. The combination of decay and fire is simply amazing. It might be better than the combination of lightning and fire, but we will come to that in a moment. Have a look at this gameplay, guys. It's crazy. It's absurdly strong. 130 ticks from the decay. It's crazy. The combination of the decay ticks, have you seen that? The combination of the decay ticks with the Burning Stake is absolutely wrecking havoc. It's unbelievable how strong this combination is, and this is possible in every part of the tower map. As long as you have a little bit of density, it absolutely shreds. I'm in love with this combination of decay and fire, sorry. Alright, so the next combination we're going to talk about, and this is maybe one of my absolutely favorite combinations that you can play, is lightning combined with fire. In this case, I'm playing Hypnosis, but I can also switch it out for Hunger. Even though Hunger does freeze and not lightning, it doesn't really matter because the combination of fire and ice is also strong, and Hunger is simply an amazing weapon in my opinion. But in this case, okay, we're gonna go with Hypnosis because it does this insanely strong lightning damage if you are able to hit 3 perfect shots in a row. And yeah, we combine that with Burning Stake again because Burning Stake is simply amazing. And then you can choose Storm Ball or Lightning Bolt. In my opinion, Lightning Bolt needs a little bit of a buff, so we're going with Storm Ball, which is simply awesome. It will simply grow in range and power over time. It has a range of 9 meters and it will explode upon hitting an obstacle. So you can shoot it anywhere and it will do a nice amount of lightning damage. But make sure to first set your Burning Stake and then put out your Storm Ball. We combine that with Eye of the Madwoman, Henbane and Crown of Fire, but the relics, besides of maybe the gear, maybe besides of the relic, doesn't really matter too much. And this combination shreds. Seriously, it shreds. Look at those damage numbers, guys. It's crazy. 192, 70, 130. I don't even have to do anything. The combination of the fire and lightning is absurd. It's so amazing. The Storm Ball with Blightcyst are definitely my absolutely favorite light spells in the game. Man, this is crazy. Alright, our third combination is gonna be a little bit defensive. It's gonna be lightning combined with fire. And in my opinion, Fire Breath is the better spell of the light spells, because it is the equivalent to Frost Cone. It will do area of effect damage and it will recharge your melee, and then you can combine it with Hangfire. Any weapon of your choice. Yeah, you should go with Hypnosis if you want to go full lightning damage, but since I love Hunger so much, I usually never swap it out. And since we are gonna use lightning, we stick with Eye of the Madwoman, and then you can think about using Crown of Fire, but I will come back to Ring of Thorns right now, or in the next build, and say little words on Ring of Thorns. So I'm gonna stick with that and see for yourself how good that works. Alright, so every enemy is now affected with lightning damage, and we can start applying our Fire Breath and see how well that works. That wasn't too bad. And you can see from the fire damage, the enemies gain some ticks. And they weren't able to attack us. Right, the next cross. They may be able to attack us. Let's burn them. And it will buy you a lot of time, as you can see. Alright, so the last combination, the last build that we're gonna play is Ice with Lightning. So we have Hypnosis, we have Hunger for Freeze, Hypnosis for the lightning damage. Then we have Iron Cross, which is a very, very nice beginner build heavy spell, because it will simply bind all enemies to it and they won't be able to attack you. At least, yeah, it's a very defensive spell, let's say that. And we combine that with Frost Cone as well as Eye of the Madwoman. And then, of course, Ring of Thorns is a item, is a ring that applies decay, but it is so strong because the light spell recharge and the heavy spell recharge are simply worth picking the Ring of Thorns over maybe any of the other rings right now in the game. And in the previous builds I use Crown of Fire, for example. You can swap that out for Ring of Thorns as well. Ring of Thorns is simply amazing. And this build, because of Iron Cross, is maybe, in my opinion, the most beginner friendly build in the game. It will protect you from a lot of attacks. And if you want to do it a little bit even more defensive, you can switch out Iron Cross for Ice Sphere and then the Frost Cone, change it for Storm Ball, and this is also a very, 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 very strong combination. You cast your Ice Sphere, you pull out that Storm Ball, and you will be protected from enemy fire. This is also very, very nice and defensive. Try it out, guys. Let me know. See the build yourself in the gameplay video, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please, if you haven't subscribed yet, do so now. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. As always, have a good one and enjoy the gameplay. Alright guys, I have to be honest with you, in this run I have a few Arcanas already, but you can see the premise. It's very, very defensive, you have crowd control ability, and the damage is not too bad, so please check that out. It's a very nice defensive build.